What's up guys, and welcome back to the channel, and we're here with another tier list. And in today's video we're going to be talking about the most meme worthy fighters, or the most memeable fighters in the UFC. That's right, we're discussing which UFC fighters you just see memes of every time you open up Instagram. There's a bunch of meme pages on Instagram. I follow a lot of them. And yeah, these are the ones that you just see every second fucking scroll. Every second post is just one of these guys. We've got 30 fighters here, so going to be a decently long video. And also we're going to have some fighters that are included on this card coming up this weekend. So let's get started. We're starting off with an S tier candidate, Steve Astro Boy Erceg. This entire fight week, like since the announcement of this guy's fight with Alessandro Pantoja this weekend, the entire like timeline of my Instagram posts that I'm seeing is all just Steve Erceg memes. He's one of the most memeable guys on the roster, and in a good way. When I say memeable fighters, you might think like I'm talking about shit fighters that get made fun of. No, these are just fighters that you can make memes about, and Steve Erceg, you can make a whole bunch of memes about. There's so many, like this guy with like the Best Buy costume, wearing straight out of Foot Locker, the Steve Carell shit. Like there's so many like comparisons you can make. The fact is the number 10 ranked guy getting a title shot. I'm seeing things thrown around where they're putting out like fake quotes of like Steve Erceg quoting Conor McGregor. If this was a different time, I would invade his favela on horseback. Like, I'm seeing all of that shit. It's elite. Look, I'm not picking him to win, but if he does, we're going to see a whole bunch more memes. So definitely one of the top UFC meme fighters right now that we have. But let's move on to another fighter. Next up, we got Brian Eagle Ortega. I had to break my beak against a rock, and I've had to fly up into the mountain. Like, this guy has gone from like no one gave a fuck about him. He was off for like over a year because he did his shoulder. And then he came back, and there was so many memes about him going around, just like, why is bro trying to be so cryptic? Like, you're not a mystic, bro. Like, what are you doing? Like, why is he being like this? The way he talks, like, I'm glad you asked. But Eagle Maxa himself, Brian Ortega, has become a meme in the MMA community recently after his win, after his comeback, and after all the random shit that he started saying about Eagles. And when an eagle turns, like, fuck off. But yeah, a lot of memes going around about Ortega, so I'm gonna put him in the A tier. But let's move on to another fighter. Next up on the tier list, we've got Manel Kape. I'm going to your city, I'm going to your academy, and I'm gonna spy you there. And no one of your teammates is going to do anything. You know why? Because your whole team is a bunch of blank. Beep. Yeah, that. Manel Kape, that was a probably awful impression. I apologize. But Manel Kape himself, the based king, look, he's losing some points on the based scale because he's pulling out of fights and missing weight, and then chatting shit on Twitter despite losing. Like, why is he talking shit about Nicola? You pulled out against him. But still, he's still got some favor left with the fans. You know, he's still got some goodwill left with the people because of that amazing post-fight speech. But this guy's yapping a whole lot, I'll be honest. Like, it's kind of funny, but the memes about him are solid. They're not crazy, but they're pretty much all because they're like the based Kape memes and stuff. Chef Kape. I mean, if you've got like an entire meme page dedicated to you on Instagram, then I think you kind of have to be on the list. But yeah, he needs to get back in the win column and do something else, because you can't stick out and like be a fan favorite for so many years just because of one post-fight interview. Like, you got to do some other stuff, bro. But let's move on to another fighter. Next up on the tier list, we've got Bryce Mitchell. I told you the earth was flat, brother. I don't really know how to do like a hillbilly kind of American accent, but Bryce Mitchell, the memes of like just the flat earth memes are always going to be a thing. You know, him getting knocked out by Josh Emmett. I told you, why, if the earth was round, why would I lay it on a damn angle, brother? That's a painful impression to listen to, I'm sure. But yeah, Bryce Mitchell, couple memes going around. He's kind of, and also the meme like of him just looking like a Down syndrome, like Make-A-Wish kid with like Sean Strickland and what's his name? Forgot his name. The anti-Jew guy. But you know, Jake Shields. Yeah, he's looking like he's sitting on a wheelchair looking like a Make-A-Wish kid. But yeah, apart from that, Bryce Mitchell, just a farm guy, just chilling, living his life. But anytime he says anything or has an interview, there's always memes that get made out of it. But let's move on to another fighter. Conor McGregor! There's a new king of the adoption division. You gotta come back and fight somebody. Michael, I am the most racially motivated man on this planet. Yeah, Michael Chandler, I still can't do impressions to save my life, but I'm just gonna do them anyway, because I think it's just funny. Even if they're not realistic, who cares? They're just funny. But Michael Chandler, the memes, they're few and far in between. Like, there's a couple. They're floating around, you know, a lot of stuff to do with the adoption stuff. But apart from that, just memes about, like, him getting, like, verbally abused by Conor and all that kind of thing, but not too many memes, but they're there. So yeah, I'll chuck him down on the bottom D tier of this tier list. But let's move on to another fighter. Back to the S tier we go, and we've got Mr. Sharma, Desanya, Pereira, Mr. King Baldwin himself. The memes are there's so many of them. There's all the memes to do with Adesanya. There's just like the memes with his song, you know, there's the Kape Lame memes, all that stuff, the King Baldwin stuff. Pereira's got so much going for him. There's so much meme potential there. The man does not speak like anything. Like, someone's like, can we expect to see more English from you with a win this week? He's like, no. And then just smiles and just walks off. Like, he's the most unspoken guy, but like, he just doesn't need to speak. It's great. So yeah, Pereira definitely an S tier in terms of the MMA memes. And again, this means this is not a bad thing. When a lot of my tier lists have negative connotations, you know, like, I don't know, race tier list or soy tier list, like this stuff. But no, this is fine. This is good. Memeable doesn't mean like you're bad. It just means there's things to have a laugh about. And there's a lot to have a laugh about with Pereira, with Portan. But let's move on to another fighter. On paper, I beat him. On paper, if you cut off his arms and his legs and you take away his striking and his jiu-jitsu and his wrestling, I beat him on paper. Anthony Smith, you're not on paper, little bro. Get that A4 piece of paper out of here. This is basically Lucas Tracy embodied as a fighter. If you guys haven't seen Lucas' last video, man's waffling for a good 20 minutes about how he would beat historical warriors in a fight. Like, blood's yapping. But Anthony Smith I know Lucas Tracy's made a couple videos on the guy, but I actually think Anthony Smith might be Lucas Tracy. Like, we're talking about bedtime MMA being Steve Erceg. I think Lucas Tracy might be Anthony Smith. But yeah, the memes are a lot. It's a lot about like the delusional, like the Cope memes, all the on paper stuff, the attacking your family kind of thing as well. But yeah, he's a solid meme-worthy fighter. But let's move on to another one. Next up on the tier list, we've got Johnny Walker. This guy's just a goofy guy. Like, the caveman memes and stuff like that. The memes of the edits of him just doing retarded shit. The worm edits. Like, he's just got one of those fighting styles that you can make a bunch of, like, funny kind of meme packages out of them. And also, there's a couple other things, like the attacking my family stuff. That goes for him too, I guess. And all the ways he gets knocked out and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, he's just a goofy guy. Johnny Walker, definitely. The desert stuff as well, that was a big kind of explosion of memes for Johnny Walker. But let's move on to another fighter. Next up, we got Paulo Costa. And you guys might be complaining or asking why he's this low down on the list. Because, look, he's one of the guys who does make a lot of memes himself. And that's cool. He's got a great... If this was like a social media personality tier list, he'd be up there. But in terms of like the actual memes to make about Paulo Costa, the secret juice stuff can only go too far. And apart from just saying strong and jacket a bunch of times, like there's just not a lot with Costa. Like he's a funny guy. But what is there to make memes about? To be honest, like it's the secret juice stuff. And then occasionally you'll just get a video of him just getting butt humped by Izzy. But unless I'm forgetting something, I really haven't seen many Paulo Costa memes. But let's move on to another fighter. Dricus du Plessis. Now, the memes with Dricus are solely pretty much limited to him. But it's like the fake like Black Panther memes, like the African and champion stuff like that. And then it's just him being homosexual. So yeah, although we have not seen a video of MMA Guru making a 40-minute breakdown of Dricus's potential homosexuality, he's already made 2 about Jones, so yeah. Look, I'm not saying the Jones one's wrong. I think Jones is probably gay. But let's get some equality here. We got to be hypothesizing about more than just one fighter, MMA Guru. But yeah, Dricus, it's pretty much just the African stuff and then the, like, gay kissing his coach, posing in front of the tower, shirtless with only underpants on, fake proposing to another man. Like, it's only that kind of stuff. Those are the memes we're looking at there. But yeah, Dricus is a funny guy. I don't mind him. But let's move on to another fighter. Bogdan Guskov. Now, this guy's become a fan favorite of the channel. If you guys haven't watched my Bogdan Guskov 25-minute in-depth breakdown, you should go do that after this video. It's an incredible piece of work and an amazing intro at the start of the video. But yeah, this guy's funny. He's got a personality, and the memes, he's being slightly carried by Anthony Smith, but I think they're both carrying each other. Because this guy is the real Anthony Smith. He is the superior Anthony Smith. And yeah, he's just a funny guy. He's got a cool personality. He's got a weird fighting style. And the meme potential is very high with Bogdan Guskov. So maybe he shouldn't be S tier, but who cares? It's a tier list. Who gives a fuck? What's gonna happen if I put him fucking A tier compared to it? Like, who gives a shit? But let's move on to another fighter. Next up on the tier list, we've got Islam Makhachev. Brother, who give this guy black belt, brother? We need to check this. It make the sport look bad. Nobody understand you, brother. You need to speak English. Islam Makhachev. Look, I don't like him, but he's funny. Like, it pisses me off because I want to hate this guy so much because he beats my favorite fighters, and I'm not gonna be scared to admit that. Like, everyone's like, "Oh, you're just hating because he beat your favorite fighter." I'm like, yes, he did, and that is why. Like, I'm not gonna deny it. It pisses me off. He beat Oliveira and he beat Volk. He's fucking annoying. But I will be rooting for him against Arman Sukin, because Arman I just find really annoying. But I won't care. I'll be rooting for a double knockout. But Islam, he's a funny guy. The memes are like, it's a lot of like the autism memes and stuff, just him appearing to be like that, like the Khabib's Downs cousin that just like sits there and he's just mentally incompetent. Like, he turns into a vegetable when he's not fighting. But yeah, Islam's like, look, it's annoying because if you take away the Volk and the Oliveira fights, and I actually don't mind this guy, and he's probably one of my preferred champions. Apart from he's like a little bit inactive, he's funny, he's got a personality, and he's actually not boring. So I'll be the first one to say this, but still, fuck him because, you know, beat Volk. But let's move on to someone else. Next up on the list, sit down, shut up, and do what you're told. Ian Garry, Cuck himself. Look, the memes did die down a little bit because the Cuck memes were circulating just non-stop, like, for months, leading up to 296, and then he pulled out, and I feel like people have kind of forgotten about him. Like, he's kind of risen a little bit since all the Colby call-outs and stuff, all this shit, but to be honest, I actually think people are hating him slightly less. Don't get me wrong, we still don't like him. Like, I'm still rooting for you to inevitably get knocked out, like, flatlined. But, yes or no in the comments, I kind of want him to beat Colby. Just kind of. Because Colby's arguably, like, the thing is, Ian Garry's just cringe, but, like, Colby is just, like, a cunt. And he's just, like, I think that actually, no, they're both dickheads. Like, I hate them both equally. So, look, will I be upset if Colby beats Ian Garry? I won't be upset, but I don't want Colby to get a win, like, ever again, because then he'll just start shit-talking and then somehow weasel his way into a title shot. So, I don't know how this turned into a rant about Colby. But also, Ian Garry, don't like you either, mate. But yeah, the memes were aplenty, but they've kind of died down a little bit now. But let's move on to someone else. Tony Ferguson. Oh, I'm not even going to make jokes. It's just sad. There's memes going around, but come on. Fuck off. Move on. This is depressing. I'm not in the mood. Next up, we got Belal, you're fucking Arab, bro. I'm not giving you a fucking title shot, bro. You're Arab. Leon Edwards. The memes are a little, there are a couple memes, but they're not heaps. They're just like him being like socially awkward with like Nina Drama and just some other random shit. But I don't know, there's not that many memes. It's mostly just him and Belal, and most of the memes are about Belal. Belal, bro, you're not gonna fucking title shot, bro. I got 15 fights in a row, bro. Let's move on though. I'm coming! Sorry, jump scare. Yuri Prochazka, yeah, he's going S tier. This dude is autistic as shit. But I'm back in my heart. This guy say I'm not samurai. He's right. I am just man from Czech Republic. Yuri, it's hard to do a Yuri impression. But Yuri, he's an interesting guy. The memes are aplenty. There's just him being autistic. I was going to make the thumbnail of this video, one of the images, just Yuri. You know that shot against Volkan where he just gets punched in the face and his hands are down in front of his cock? Like, he's just, like, blocking it with his, like, chumra or some bullshit, whatever that is. Like, that's what he's doing. But yeah, this guy's interesting. A lot of memes about him. Very cool guy. Let's move on. Diego Lopes, there is no meme. This guy's just the GOAT. But yeah, most of the memes, it's just the haircut stuff, you know. A lot of memes, it's like Dana White's just like, who cares about Kayla Harrison? Have you heard of Diego Lopes? And it's just, yeah, they're just the funny memes. Like, I don't know, fucking hell. Lopes, though, is cool. Like, bro got fined. Fucking hell, I wasn't going to make a video. I'm not going to make a video about this because it's already happened. It's a drag. Someone else already did. I think MMA Guru and Weasel both did it already. But he got fucking fined for his, like, a percentage of his purse. It wasn't that much, but he got fined like $5,000 for jumping over the cage. Like, bro, fucking athletic commission, you guys are a bunch of pussies. Your whole team is a bunch of facts. But let's move on. Next up, we got Belal. Bro, you're Arab, bro. I'm not giving you a fucking title shot, bro. Dana, please, just give me my shot. Quite literally the most just unfortunate man on the UFC roster. Like, I am a fucking 17-year-old in school working at a chicken shop, and my life is quite literally more enjoyable than Belal's. It's funny when everyone's like, you're just a loser talking shit because you hate your life. It's like, I don't love my life, but it's a whole lot better than yours, bro. You've been waiting for a year and a half to get a title shot. That's tough. You've seen the memes. It's like anytime I'm feeling down, I just watch these videos of Belal just getting KO'd and his head's just bouncing off the canvas. But yeah, let's move on. Next up on the tier list, we've got my balls was hot. Derek Lewis. I'll make him look bad on the news. You know, it's just memes of just Derek Lewis being like a fat fuck, to be honest. I don't know. There's a couple going around, of Derek Lewis. Not heaps. He's fighting this weekend, so maybe we're going to see the memes brought back. But you know when he pulled out of his fight with Spivak because he had like diarrhea or some shit, or he had like food poisoning, and everyone's like, bro pulled out of his fight because he needed to take a shit. Took a shit on the back of a bus. But yeah, Derek Lewis, I don't know, the memes, they're there. They exist. Let's move on. Next up, we got Justin Gaethje. Look, there's some memes there. There's like the memes of him being autistic and like throwing himself out of the takedown attempt. There's like just the Andy's coming type of memes, you know, when he's just on the floor face down after this recent KO. The KO animations. I'm sounding like fuck Leon Andrew. I'm sounding like Curtis Blades right now. But what's his name? Justin Gaethje. The memes have been going around since he got knocked out, but apart from that, there's not heaps. It's just a lot of him looking like a spastic. But that's fine. Who cares? Let's move on though to another fighter. Moicano wants money. This is big disrespect, bro. The level of disrespect, bro. But Belal Muhammad. Why am I saying Belal Muhammad? Renato Moicano. I just heard like the level of disrespect, and I just for some reason thought of Belal. But Renato Moicano, very funny guy. The memes are going around a lot now since his win. There's been memes like to show me that the like Moicano wants money memes. They've always been there, but recently a lot more have been picking up. This guy, he loves private property, and he wants you to read Ludwig van Mises and the something of the Austrian economy or some shit like that. I haven't read it yet, but I guess I don't want money as much as Moicano. But let's just move on to someone else. I don't know why he's that high up. He probably shouldn't be, but who cares? It's a tier list. Let's move on. Sean Strickland. Now, look, I was going to do an impression, but every time I do one, there's always at least 7 comments saying, timestamp, that impression was awful. So I'll save you guys the trouble. Here's the fucking thing, man. I'm not fucking saving you guys anything. Yeah, I'm expecting another timestamp saying that impression was awful, because it was. But who cares? Sean Strickland, the memes are plenty. The Sean, you know, we see every like third reel on Instagram, it's just like, man. Yeah, like, I'm just hearing that song playing, and I'm like, I know I'm about to see some epic Sean Strickland standing TKO highlights that goes hard. Like, it goes crazy. But, yeah, the memes are, there's lots of memes of him just assaulting Adesanya, of him, like, just being a G, of him randomly walking outside his property with a gun because people are trying to, like, ding-dong ditch his house. There's a lot. I can't think of all of them right now, but you guys know what I mean. We've seen heaps of Sean Strickland memes. He's not one of those guys, like, that the memes only come up, like, when it's his fight week or anything. Like, there's kind of just always Sean Strickland memes floating around. But let's move on somewhere else. Next up, we've got Jamal Hill. And I will knock him out. Standing. He's not that good. And I will knock him out. And then, there's nothing to talk about. There's nothing to do. I'm right here and I'm on your ass. And then it just cuts to him getting slapped. Yeah, Jamal Hill, the memes are mostly just him making fun of him. But apart from that, there's not too many. But yeah, it's just funny seeing just edits of this guy chatting shit. It's like, I don't care what glory kickboxing back in the job. Standing. People think I can't stand with this guy because he kickboxed and I didn't. Well, standing, I will knock him out. let's move on though. I'm him, brother. I'm him. Max Holloway. Fuck, why do I do impressions? I'm so shit at them. Max Holloway, though, yeah, there's a couple memes going around. He's not really super memeable, though, so I don't know why he's on the list. Like, I don't know, I guess it's just memes of him, like, making Ilia Topuria look like he shat himself. Brother, I'm telling you, man. We'll find out Saturday night. But again, my impressions kind of just turned from like actually trying to sound like the fighter to just quoting them in like a random accent that I choose. So yeah, that's what you guys subscribe to the channel for. Shitty impressions and random tier lists. And I deliver. But yeah, let's move on. I don't know. He's just on the list because he's popular and he's in the news. And I'm probably going to put hashtag Max Holloway in this video just because he's still going around the algorithm. But let's move on to someone else. Next up on the tier list, we've got Chase Hooper. This guy just gets made fun of for being skinny and looking like, what's his name? Fucking Ben Askren's son or something. I think that's pretty much the meme that goes around. And just, yeah, him looking like Diary of a Wimpy Kid or some bullshit. I don't know. Next up, we got Shamil Gaziev, because he gasses out. Mr. Shamil, he's top tier memeable. The memes after the Rosenstrike fight were tremendous. Everyone was just shitting on this guy. Literally quit because he stopped being able to see due to lack of blood flow because his arteries were clogged up. But yeah, Shamil Gaziev, you know, it's a rough road for a man coming from Bahrain. What's a man got to do to just be able to become a heavyweight champion using the background of volleyball? Like, he's probably thinking in the octagon, why is my volleyball background not working? It's because it ain't badminton, little bro. Volleyball's not going to cut it for you. Let's move on though, someone else. Botched! Israel Adesanya, you know, why am I on the tier list? Like an aeroplane. Trust. Fucking hell, that was awful. Izzy though, lots of memes going around. I beat that guy one time, like I beat my meat, like I beat my dog. Trust. What the fuck am I doing? Let's just move on. Jones. Yeah, Jonathan Jones. He's gone around in the news recently for all the wrong reasons. The memes are, you know, they're drifting. You know, Jonathan Jones, he likes his nightclubs, his gay clubs, his bisexual comedians. That's what I'm picking up from Mr. Guru, Mr. Kyle. That's what he's telling me, so I'm inclined to believe it. But yeah, John Jones, I don't know. The memes, like, in general, it's like, before all the gay stuff came out, it's a lot of steroid, like, memes, you know, occasional beating his wife meme, all that kind of stuff. But recently, it definitely has been the sus memes when it comes to John Jones. But let's move on to someone else. Cody Garbrandt. How many times have you been knocked out? Exactly. How many times you got knocked out in a brawl, throwing hooks in the pocket? Exactly. Cody Garbrandt, you know, I actually don't really see that many memes of him, but I think in terms of the meme potential, I think there are just a bunch of memes making fun of him being just retarded. And if you've seen, just do yourself a favor, or don't. I don't really know if it's positive or negative, but if you want to see something interesting, just go to Cody Garbrandt's Twitter and go to his likes and just scroll down a little bit, and you'll see something very interesting. A bite-sized bit of interest, if you would. You'll know what I mean when you get there. But yeah, Cody Garbrandt's Twitter likes very interesting stuff. But apart from that, the meme potential for this guy is just his non-existent fight IQ and his ability to just not have a chin. So that's rough for Cody. But yeah, let's move on to another fighter. Next up, we've got Bobby Green. I don't know, there's not that many memes. It's the hood memes, I guess. Apart from that, there's nothing crazy going on with Bobby Green. I guess some people might be making fun of him, like how he dresses because it looks retarded. And I don't know. And him getting knocked out by Jalen Turner. I think that's about it. But yeah, that's Bobby Green. So you guys might be asking, is that the end of the video? Glad you asked. Well, it's not, because we've got Conor McGregor. There you go, bang, out of nowhere. I just invented a new tier. It just appeared out of nowhere. I'm a magician. Oh fuck, I just coughed. But Conor McGregor is the GOAT of the meme potential, like just the core basis of memes in the UFC. It's just Conor McGregor. How many times are you scrolling Instagram Reels and you'll just see like a me when this or me when that or something like that, and it'll just be Conor McGregor and they're like, yeah, take a look at him, you rookie or muppets. Like, it's just gonna be Conor in front of a bathroom mirror flexing while he's coked out of his mind, or just the one of him eating like the ice cream and shit. Like, they'll just, or the voice notes. Tim, Dustin, where are you, P-head? I'm coming for you, Dustin. Where's he gone now? Yeah, she's jokes. Why? She's joke became fat and rolled off into fuck all he's done in the sport. Fuck, like, the impression's not great, but I'm working on it. But yeah, Conor McGregor, the meme potential, the memes that exist are tremendous. without me, this whole fucking ship sinks. That's the meme game without Conor. Like, of course you can get some very funny memes, but like, it doesn't matter if he's fighting or not. Like, this guy's been out of action for like 2 years. Just like me with a girlfriend, just been out of action for 2 years. But I'm all good. But Conor, like, it doesn't matter if he's fighting or not. There's just memes constantly. Every second fucking minute, he's just posting something on Twitter. There'll be a meme. Did you see what he just said about Garcia? He just tweeted something a couple hours ago. And at the bottom, it's just like, get your head together or kill yourself. Just like Conor McGregor just advocating suicide based. Might have to make an updated most based fighters tier list. But Conor McGregor, the memes are tremendous. Everything. It's just like, na 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 na. It's the motherfucking DLGG. I'm not going to spend all this time going through Conor quotes with like a fucking Walmart Temu fucking impression. But yeah, that'll be the video, guys. I hope you enjoyed. Let me know which guys I missed. I'm sure I did miss a few, but I included 31 fighters. So, I think I've did a pretty good job, but if you guys leave enough comments telling me guys I missed, I might do a part 2 down the road, because we know how much I like getting a part 2 out of a series and getting double the views. It's great. It's fun for the whole family. But let me know who I missed in the comments. Like, subscribe, all that. Watch my other videos. I did predictions for 301. You guys can listen to me on how to lose money. I also did a Bogdan Gushkov video with quite literally the best intro that's ever been made on YouTube. And apart from that, I've got a bunch of other good videos on this channel if you haven't watched them. So yeah, go check them out and peace out. See you in the next one. You fucking fails.